Patience. We're going to be getting started. My name is Verdita Mock. I reside in Atlanta, Georgia. I want to say happy holidays, everybody, especially those people that are guests on our calls, on this call. And I know this is your first time, and you're going to be really, really excited about the information you're going to hear about this X39 patch. Now, the people out there in the Los Angeles area, Seattle, Las Vegas, we have teams out there. We have teams in Oregon. You know, we really are excited about what's happening out there. My husband and I personally are going to be taking a tour very soon in those areas. So look forward to meeting all of you. But let me tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm here, how I got involved with LifeWave. About a year ago and about a month, 13 months ago, my husband and I were introduced to LifeWave through a friend of ours by the name of Ken Robinson. We hadn't heard from Ken in a while, and so we were curious as to why he would call us, and it was because he wanted to share something with us, this little bitty patch. You see how tiny it is? So when he showed it to us, we met him, and when he showed it to us, we said, well, what is this patch going to do? And he said it was just incredible. And so he invited us to a call just like the one you're on tonight. And by doing that, we got so excited. We were just impressed with the information we heard. We also were getting ready to go out of town. And so we didn't put the patch on that night. When we got to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the first thing we noticed when we walked into the door, this was at my mother-in-law's house, my husband's mother, 93 years old at the time. And she was in excruciating pain, almost to tears. I'd never seen her like that before. She needed, her knee was bothering her really bad. She said she really needed surgery, but at her age, she just didn't want to do surgery. And so we decided, you know, based on what we heard on the call, that's all we knew was what we heard. Let's try this patch on her and see if it helps her. So we put this patch on her and she went to bed. The next morning when she woke up, the pain was gone. She hadn't taken any more medication, pain medication, anything like that. And so that really kind of got our attention. So we decided we would try the patch. And at first, we just didn't think it was for us. We thought it was for somebody like her or somebody that was sick or having something wrong with them. And so, or some kind of excruciating pain or something. So we said, why don't we put it on? And the reason we didn't think it related to us was because we are pretty healthy individuals. We don't take any medication, no pain, none of that. So we were really surprised that first night when we put the patch on, and I slept like a baby. I normally sleep very well, but I never felt the way I did this particular night. When I woke up the next morning, I realized I had an amazing experience when I went to sleep. And my husband did not snore. Now, the reason that is significant is because my husband normally snores like a bear, just choking and coughing. And I mean, it was really kind of scary, but mainly I could not sleep because it was so loud. It was just terrible. This went on for about 10 years. It just gradually just got worse every year. And so that night he did not snore. And that really got our attention. And we said, what? Well, the first night, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't attribute it to the patch, but I did notice he did not snore. It was the second night when he didn't snore. That's when we realized it had to have been the patch. And ever since then, we have been diligent, listening on calls like this, gathering information you're gonna hear about tonight, and making sure that we understood all the potential of this patch, because we felt, based on the testimonies we had heard, there was many people that needed this patch, and we weren't going to be bystanders and not help them. We had an aunt that had Parkinson's. We wanted to help her. We had an uncle that had diabetes, and the list goes on and on. And that's what went through our mind when we saw this patch. So what I'm going to do, you guys, I'm going to get straight into the information, because I know that's what you came here to hear. Let me see. I hope I have this on the right one, because I've got a couple presentations in my on the screen here. All right. So once again, welcome you guys. And I want to ask you this very, very important question. It's the biggest question of the night. Have you ever been patched yet? Now, if you have not been patched, I hope you're going to want to be screaming for one of these patches after you get off this call, because, you know, this patch is going to elevate the copper peptides in your body. It's going to just make you feel amazing. It's going to reactivate the stem cells that are in your body. And once again, you're going to have some amazing things that you're going to experience. And then it's going to regenerate your everything about your body. And I'm going to explain a little bit more about why that's significant, because many people have chronic illnesses, and a lot of it is, some of it is due to our age. As we get older, by the time we're 30, the building blocks of our body, our stem cells, half of them are depleted. And by the time we're age 60, they say that 90% of them are depleted. And therefore, we don't have the tools within our body to help us heal it. Our bodies heal themselves. Our bodies were designed to heal themselves. And we don't have those tools once those stem cells are depleted. And so many people have situations they just cannot deal with it. Doctors are not able to help them anymore. And therefore, they turn to something called stem cell injections. I don't know if you're familiar with stem cell injections, but it's very popular now. And the thing about it is they're pretty expensive in most people's opinion. They can range from $5,000 up to $50,000 or more. I've known even people that have had to pay $100,000 depending on what kind of injection or what the purpose of that injection was. I mean, it's really amazing what people will spend when they're in discomfort. And so many times, 30% of the time, they say it doesn't work. It's localized, meaning if you get an injection for a pain in your leg, it's not going to help you with your brain. If you get a stem cell injection in your shoulder, it's not going to help you maybe with some other illness. It could be diabetes or anything like that. And that's why this patch is so helpful, because it addresses everything in your body, and it's very intelligent. You never know what's going on in someone's body, but the patch figures it out. And that's why we're so excited. And so insurance doesn't cover injections. And therefore, it's just not the best solution for many people. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the person who created this patch. His name is David Schmidt. He's the CEO and inventor of the X39. He's the CEO of Lifeway, the company that we are getting these patches through, and he's the inventor of the patch. Now, he has over 180 patents. That tells you right there that he is brilliant. Let me tell you what he did to get started doing this kind of thing. He was commissioned by the federal government as they were launching something for the Navy SEALs. There was a new submarine. They were going to be submerged for long periods of time, and they wanted he was challenged to create something natural to keep them energized for over 36 hours at a time. Well, it took him 3 years to create the energy patch, and ever since then he's been creating patches. Now he has over 180 patents. That is truly amazing for any individual. And then back in 2008, he started focusing his attention on stem cell research. Took him about 10 years and $4.5 million to bring the X39 to market. That just shows you how diligent he is, how committed he is, and how patient he is. This is a wonderful man. I've gotten a chance to meet him personally at a private dinner one time, and it was such an honor. Now, let me just read something directly from the patent itself. It's talking about, in the patent, it says that the patch will elevate the copper peptides in your body. That's very significant. There's a lot of research and studies on copper peptide, how helpful they are in your body. And many people will pay lots of money for copper peptides that are in skincare. I know that for a fact, including activation of stem cells. The patch reactivates the stem cells that are dormant, that were the ones that we were talking about. When you get to be 30, they go dormant. They're activating those again. And so there's many other things you can experience, and it says it right here in the patent: improvements in energy and elevation of copper of antioxidants. And so this patent is out there for the next 17 years. We have exclusive rights to market this technology, and that is a game changer right there. How does this patch work? Well, first of all, it's a proprietary form of phototherapy. So how does it work? A good way to explain it is this. When you go out into the sun, something happens called phototherapy or photobiomodulation, where the vitamin D in your body is elevated. And it's not like someone is putting vitamin D in your body, it just elevates because you're in the sun. That's what happens when you put the patch on. You see, in the middle of the patch are something called nanocrystals. And they're very, very tiny, created in a lab out of plants and sugars and salts. When you put this patch on your body, the light of our body, yes, we are light beings and we have heat in our body. So the light and heat of our body reflects off of the crystals and elevates the copper peptides. Okay. When that happens, it turns around and reactivates the stem cells that are in our body. It's very scientific. It's very sophisticated. You know, it's hard for the regular person to really understand, but that's exactly what happens. So this patch is not transdermal. It's non-transdermal, meaning nothing is going into your body, no drugs or chemicals or stimulants, and it's non-invasive, meaning it does not, affect like if you're taking medications or anything like that, it's not going to interfere, okay? And so this is how simple it works. Now, here are some of the benefits that you might experience. You might experience increased strength and you see the muscle man right there. We need that strength, especially as we get older. I mean, have you noticed that older people are just not as strong as younger people? Reduced inflammation. Inflammation is something that really causes a lot of pain in a lot of people's body, you guys. And it's the culprit of most illnesses and these diseases. Increased stamina, energy and vitality, and mental clarity. I can't tell you how thankful I am for the energy and the mental clarity that I'm experiencing because I'm an interior designer. I'm an entrepreneur. I own my own company. I do, so much. I have to do the designing. I have to go and, find the materials that are needed to complete a project. I got to do all the paperwork and all these different kinds of things. So it's a lot of going on and it's several projects at a time. I'm literally about to complete a $3 million project, which you can imagine how much work that was. And so it's hard to keep things compartmentalized when you have all these things going on. But since I've been wearing the patch, I'm just as calm. I'm very confident I'm going to complete my projects. That is priceless to me. It restores the muscular and skeletal conditions. As we get older, our bones start getting thinner. Something like osteoporosis steps in. And it's harder for people that are older to fight this off. And this patch, you'll see in the next slide how it helps us with our skeletal system, improvement of sleep. I just gave you the example of me and my husband, our very first night of wearing the patch. So it definitely helps so many people improve their sleep and improve skin appearance. Now, there were case studies, you guys. I want you to know there was a lot of effort. I told you 10 years to bring this to market. There was a lot of work done to bring this patch to market. And there are case studies, over 80 case studies. They're listed on thisisit.info.com. Let me tell you what actually happened during those case studies. Over 4,000 genes began to reset in the first few days. Just to show you how significant that is, when you drink red wine, there's something in it called resveratrol, which is known for improving the heart, helping you to live longer, making your heart stronger. That's what they say. With being able to reset 4,000, you only reset 2 genes, they say, with a glass of wine, a glass of red wine. But within just a few days, you can elevate or reset over 4,000 genes with just this one patch. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced. People that have PTSD, autism, dementia, Alzheimer's, things like that, those are really a reflection of the brain being unbalanced. And within 6 weeks, people saw their brains become balanced. All of this is documented. Within 3 months, their collagen began to increase. And within 6 months, the heart began to reverse in age. I met a lady about a year ago who had been on the patch for 2.5 years. And so I think she said 2.5 years. And she was about 73 years old. She had a test called a vascular test. And during this test, they explain, this test is supposed to determine the age of your heart, okay? And after they did the test, they told her, okay, your heart is reading 35 years old and something is wrong. They thought the machine needed to be recalibrated. And she says, oh, no, nothing is wrong with me. That machine isn't wrong. My heart probably is measuring 35 years old because I've been wearing this patch. See, they say that every 6 months that we wear this patch, our heart reverses by 8 years. Wouldn't you love your heart to just feel younger and be younger? See, you're not going to necessarily notice this, but I have a friend who was wearing a pacemaker, and 6 weeks after wearing the patch, the doctor said you're no longer relying on the pacemaker. It's your heart is operating on its own. They can tell that. They can measure that. That was his moment right there where he realized that the patch had reversed his heart and age. You guys, this is incredible. And David Schmidt himself said it's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. And so I don't know who else would want to live longer and be healthier all at the same time. Now, it's very simple how you're going to wear this patch. You see a diagram right here that shows one place to locate the patch is below your belly button, and one is behind the neck on the C7 vertebrae. When you bend forward, it's the bone that sticks out. Those are certain points that are supposed to be, really critical points. But guess what? Those were identified because of the case studies. They wanted to be consistent with each group they were working with. And so, but you can literally wear this patch anywhere you want to. You can wear it on your hand, your wrist. You can wear it, on your shoulder, wherever you want to wear it. But here's the key thing. You want to wear it 12 hours on and 12 hours off. So for example, when I wake up in the morning, after I brush my teeth, let's say it's 8 o'clock in the morning, I put a patch on. And then at 8 o'clock at night, I'll take it off. You take that off so your body can repair and rejuvenate. And then the next day you put another one on. And here's the thing, you want to drink plenty of water because this patch has a frequency and the energy is flowing through your body, and it's going to flow better, not only if you're hydrated, but also it's going to flush the toxins out of your body, and they're going to flush out much better if you're hydrated. Okay, so that's very, very important. Now, I could go on and on about explaining this patch because this is, all this scientific stuff, but I tell you what really helps us explain this, because this is so sophisticated. I told you about the case studies, but it's very simple to explain. And let me tell you why. Because when people share what this patch has done for them, you can understand those terms. You can understand that even though you don't understand everything I'm saying. So what I want to do is I want to ask a couple of people to come on this Zoom and share their incredible testimony. So the first person I want to ask to come on is a lady out of the California area by the name of Miss Marla Randall. So Marla, can you come on, unmute yourself and share your video and tell us your powerful testimony?
Hi, how you doing? I'm Marla. And my testimony is that we started using the patches, I want to say around September. I was being patched by, I'm on the Zoom meeting, y'all. I was being patched by a girlfriend from church named Sister Carnelia. But anyway, so my husband and I decided to start patching. I started wanting to patch him because he was up for open heart surgery, and it was scheduled for October 23rd. So I was like, well, we are up in age a little bit. So what do we have to lose? So I noticed that I was able to sleep better as well. But on top of that, my husband was being a little bit more energetic. What happened was he had big aneurysms from his areota that came from here in his around his neck column, down, ascended down to his navel. They later on found another one in his back. This before he started patching. And it caused the valve to leak. So October 23rd, he went into surgery. And then, so they said that he would be under sedation for 2 days. They would have him, where he didn't know he was in pain because they didn't want it to affect him mentally. So during surgery, my husband woke up. They had to put him back to sleep. And then 12:30 Tuesday in the a.m.s, my husband woke up. They couldn't put him back to sleep. He no longer wanted to stay asleep. So Tuesday in the a.m., when the anesthesiologist came in to start weaning him off of the respirator, my husband was sitting up watching TV with the remote in his hand in the hospital. So when he walked in, he was kind of stunned, like, well, this is different. I guess I'm not needed here. He was like, wow, you're up. And my husband was up talking to me at 3 a.m. He called and I talked to him on the phone like nothing ever happened. come here, Shy. And then, so that Wednesday, my husband was able to stand up after having open heart surgery. His surgery lasted 7 hours. He was able to stand up and he was able to walk. So by that Friday, my husband was walking the entire hospital up and down the staircase by himself. And this is him today.
How are you guys doing?
Wow,
Months after
that is
surgery.
incredible. So that type of activity right after open heart surgery is not common. It's very
No,
unusual.
they said they never seen nothing like it. They said that he was because he was walking alone. He was supposed to have been supervised, but he wouldn't allow them to come. So I patched him all the way up until his surgery. And then
And
while
how long
he
was
was
that?
there,
How long was that? How long was he
October
with them?
23rd.
I mean,
this year.
how long was it that he had been patching himself prior
I
to?
want to say we were patching about a little less than a month.
Wow,
Little
that is
less than a month. And he had already
so it's
everything when the
strengthening his heart. I mean, all that time his heart was getting stronger.
That's what they told when they did the testing right before surgery, how they test. The doctor called me after my husband was through with his surgery. He said he never seen no one heartbeat that healthy and that hard ever with that kind of condition. When the surgeons and the helpers walked in to get my husband out of the waiting room, they expected him to be in a gurney. They didn't expect him to be standing up, sitting up, or nothing, because they said in the worst cases that they seen with the condition that he actually had, they normally are ambulanced or something to the hospital. So we walked in the hospital, checked him in and everything. And every doctor that seen him was just astonished on how healthy his body really was, although he had those severe issues. And the severe issues have been going on for like 6 years.
Oh
So
my
we were
God.
just waiting, and then they were getting bigger and they were ascending, and then it got bad, and then it started to it was just, when he got in there, he said that he got everything together and his valve was replaced, and yeah, and his heart just was extremely healthy. So that was a
That is
blessing, and
amazing.
all of his organs just kind of clicked and snapped right on back. And they didn't expect it to happen like that.
That is amazing. Well, what's your husband's name?
My name is Reggie. You call me Reggie Shaw.
Hey, Reggie, so good to meet you. I'm so glad this patch has helped you. If I were you, I would be screaming from the mountaintops, telling everybody about what happened with you and that they should really be trying this patch, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It changed my energy level. I could feel it. Now, that first couple of days, I didn't notice a big difference. But then as I made it more a part of my regular regimen, I could feel the energy and I could feel my body changing for the better.
Well, awesome.
So
I
I
am
was
so
fully
happy
prepared
for
when I
you.
got the surgery. What's
Oh,
that, ma'am?
wow. I said, I'm so happy for you. But thank you all so much for sharing the testimony, and keep it up. Just tell everybody you know, Marla.
I will.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Have a blessed night.
You too. So you can stop your video and mute yourself. And the next person I want to bring on, and this is by popular demand because this lady shared her testimony. I'll help you out, Marla. Let me see if I can help you out with that. Let me see if I can. There we go.
Thank you.
Okay. This lady is on again by popular demand because she has such a incredible testimony. Miss Gwen Millsap out of North Carolina, would you come on and share your testimony? And unmute yourself. There you go.
Hi, Miss Gwen.
How are you
this evening?
Wonderful.
Good, good. Well, I will begin by saying I am so thankful that we were introduced to 39. And it was just by happenstance that there was a boot camp at our church, and they had this patch there. They explained it, and at lunch, instead of everybody going outside to eat, they were getting in line because of the testimonies of the people they had patched the day before. And there was like 30 people that got in line, and every one of those people signed up for auto ship. Well, I have been having severe problems with my sciatic nerve. I had that for 45 years after I had my daughter, and I never been able to bend over and touch my knees. And if I sit for a long time, I had excruciating pain. And so they put the ice wave on me. And immediately as I started to walk away, I started feeling all this pain and the pressure going out of my back. And so I mean, it was just, I couldn't believe it. You can't explain it. You just know that there's a will and gone. And your mind starts to wonder, is this real? But anyway, I was so excited. My pain was gone. And I came home. I got a patch. My daughter bought the patches. And I came home and I put an X39 on my husband. Now, my husband had been homebound from May until October because he had peripheral artery disease, had bone spurs in his feet. He had sleep apnea. He had so many health problems going on with him. So I put the patch on him, and he said in his mind, he's trying to tell himself, this ain't gonna work. I know this ain't gonna work. And I was excited about it. And he said, if I'm excited about something, I'm gonna do it. So he put the patch on. And the next day when he woke up, well, that night, my husband didn't snore at all. And he has a sleep apnea machine. He didn't snore. That was the first blessing for both of us. And woke up, he was energized, and he was able, when he went to church, everybody knows he got up and he sits. He can't get up and do praise and worship. And our pastor was live streaming that day, and she said, I noticed him. He stood up the whole time doing the praise and worship. But when I tell you the mobility that he got, he came out of Bible study this Wednesday night with his cane on his arm. He didn't even realize he was carrying it, and everyone was laughing at him. But my testimony, I was immediately able to bend down and touch my toes, and I was able to stretch and walk, and that pain is gone. And that was just over a week ago. We got these patches.
Wow.
My husband has changed his name to Patch.
Well, Ms. Gwen,
So
I
we're
have
so
one more
excited.
question to ask you, because I just want to clarify something. You said they put a ice wave patch on you, but then after that, you said you haven't had any more ice wave patch. The pain never came back and you've been wearing X39 ever since, and the pain never came back.
Right. Ice wave took it away immediately, but I've been patching with the X39 ever since.
Yeah, and see that it's the frequency is just opening up something, the nerve blocks or whatever it's doing. We don't know. I just know that it works. And Miss
I
Gwen,
don't
you have
know,
been
but I
telling,
know I love it, and I know
and
I
you've been
feel
telling
good.
everybody about it, Miss Gwen, right?
Right, everybody I see and I go by, I said, if I can't get them right then, I set up an appointment. You getting patched, and they are getting patched, and they're excited about it.
And I want you all to know, and you'll recognize this later. I want you to know that Miss Gwen, because of her sharing with everybody and her excitement, she reached the first promotion in our company called manager in 5 days. So congratulations, Miss Gwen, on that.
Thank you.
We're
Thank
so
you.
proud of you. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
All right. So what I'm going to do is get back to the presentation, you guys. So you see what I mean? It's a sophisticated technology. It's kind of hard to explain, but the testimonies do it all. The testimonies does all the work for us. And all you got to do is share it with other people. And we really need your help, spreading the word, because this is not something you want to keep a secret. This is life-changing. And so more information is available on this site called thisisit.info.com. The case studies that I talked about, doctors' reviews, doctors' testimonies, videos, all kind of information is right there on that site. Write it down, thisisit.info.com. Now, let me tell you about our company. I want you to put your business hat on now, because not only are you your whole, everything, I got to move this thing out of my way because I can't see. Everything is going to change. About your health, but I tell you what, the company is an incredible company. So I want you to put your business hat on, and so that you can see an opportunity for you from a business standpoint. Now, this company, LifeWave, is a 19-year-old company. It was doing about 20 million a year because it was really in the medical arena. Most doctors knew about it, and they were actually selling these patches to their patients, for over 20 years. 17 years rather. and the company was doing about 20 million a year. But when the network marketing arena community got a hold of it, it blew up to about 320. We're supposed to finish this year well over 400 million, close to $500 million. And that's in the last 3 years. That's the kind of growth we've had, you guys. Actually, our company is acknowledged as the second fastest growing company in the world when it comes to momentum in network marketing. That is huge, okay? And we're literally all over the world in about 75 countries. So this is not a Me Too product where you could go and find at Whole Foods or even some of the other network marketing companies that are around that have weight loss, skincare, and supplements. Remember, this is patented, and no one can market this product except for LifeWave for the next 17 years. So that's the first thing you want to know. And I want you to know that stem cell technology is growing. The country, the industry is exploding right now. So we're at the right place at the right time with the right leadership with David Schmidt and some of the other leaders that we have in our company as well as on our team. This is just incredible. Okay. Now, I don't know what's important to you, but I was telling you a little bit earlier about all the pressure of my business. Sometimes it's just so busy that I don't have the time to do some of the things I want to do. But what this business has offered me and my husband is time freedom. We are building something called residual income, which I'm going to tell you about in a moment. And residual income simply means, for example, is we are sharing this patch with people. Do you think that Marla and her husband are going to stop wearing the patch? No, because they saw what it did. They're just not going to stop using it. I know I'm not going to stop. Many people are experiencing some incredible things with this patch. And as they continue to use this patch every single month, guess what? They're buying it. They're purchasing it every single month. And when that happens, all that generates something called residual income, so that you have an opportunity to be blessed financially from these people to continue to buy these patches. And so that residual income offers you time freedom, so that I will have the choice of not having to work this interior design business, because I really am retirement age. So I would rather be able to travel the world, still do a little bit of interior design because I love it. That's my passion, but I don't want it to be where I have to do that. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to have choices when you have residual income coming in. I know you don't want to be around your family when you're 90 years old. Many of us are going to live that long, but many of us are going to be crippled and unhealthy and all these different kinds of things. And this is why this is very important, to make sure that your body is in a state of wellness. That's what we're talking about. So in addition to, that information, I'm going to share with you how you will be compensated. So let me just use an example. Let's say that Miss Gwen, I'm going to give her as a perfect example. This Miss Gwen, you just heard from her with her testimony. She got started with this business. And what you're looking at right now is something that describes a binary compensation plan. That simply means you're building a left team and a right team. So let's say Miss Gwen just got started and she told her daughter about this. Actually, her daughter was with her when she first experienced the patch. But let's say she put her daughter on her left side, and then she went in, maybe she shared it with somebody else named Sharon, and she fell on her right side. The next person Miss Gwen brings on, let's say they fall on the left side and right. So now Miss Gwen has just created something called a structure that makes her what we call a manager. You see right here where it says knowing 4 people that would get you to our first promotion in the company. Miss Gwen did that in 5 days. And so that's incredible. And when you do this, once you accomplish being manager, you're put in a position where you're qualifying yourself to earn up to $25,000 per week in our binary. Now that right there is very significant. That's over $1 million a year if you were earning that kind of money. No one says it's going to fall in your lap, but I'm telling you what the potential is. Okay. So that's the first way we get paid. The second way we get paid that I want to talk about, because there are 4 ways, I'm going to highlight 2 tonight. And the second way is called our matching bonus program. This is unlimited, meaning you don't have to, this is not based on one person that you refer this to. You could refer this to 50 people or 100 people. And every single person that you refer this to and they start earning money in the binary, whatever they earn in the binary, the company gives you a 25% match. Let's say Miss Gwen went out and earned $1,000 in the binary. Okay, and you enroll Miss Gwen. If she made $1,000 in the binary, you get 250 or 25%. That's incredible. The company does not take this from Miss Gwen's commissions. This is on top of what she's earned. That, like I said, this is incredible. Miss Gwen goes out. Let's say Miss Gwen, and let's say Miss Gwen was not the only person that you referred this to. Let's say there were 10 people. So if 10 people earn 1,000, you'd make $2,500 this week instead of 250 with one person, okay? Then this Miss Gwen and all those other people, let's say they go enroll 10. That's 100 people that fall on your second level. Let's say they all earned $1,000. That's $100,000 of revenue in the binary on your second level. Okay, you're getting 20% of that. That's $20,000. Incredible. Those 100 go and tell another 10 that sign up and they start earning money. So that's 1,000 people on your third level. What if 1,000 people earned $1,000 that week? That's $1 million. Now you are going to earn $200 million. I mean, $200,000 rather. Do you see how this works? And that's why so many people are excited and enrolling as many people and sharing with as many people as they can, because those people, as they're sharing with other people, start generating this income. And so that's very, very exciting to know. So I know you can't wait to figure out how you're going to get started. Look at this form right here that, can be faxed over. I mean, not faxed, but, emailed to you, or you can even go to someone's link and sign up. But this form just demonstrates that we want to highlight 3 packages. There are other ways that you can get started with us. We want to highlight these 3, and basically basic information like your name, address, date of birth, stuff like that is what's needed. And of course, your credit card information. Let me share with you the 3 packages I want to highlight for you tonight. First of all, I want to highlight the silver package. Now, the silver package allows you to get 3 sleeves. This patch, this patch, there are 30 of them in this envelope. That's what we call a sleeve. And of course, it is also coming in this beautiful packaging as well. But let's say that you decide, I just want to, try this patch. Me and my husband want to use it. Then you may want to consider the silver package, because you're getting it at wholesale. Because you could be a customer of Ms. Gwen's, but why would you want to pay $150 for a 30-day supply when you can get it for $100? So now for $300, you can get 3 of these sleeves. The next package I want to highlight is a gold package. That's the package for the people that say, I want to earn money, I want to share with other people, and I want to be compensated for it. You get 5 sleeves, and then they throw in another one for free when you get the gold package. $500 worth of products here, okay? And this position also qualifies you to get promoted. You cannot get promoted if you are still at the silver level. You can upgrade, though, later. Then a diamond package is the package that we recommend for people that are very excited. They're very serious about it, like Miss Gwen, who did come as a diamond. My husband and I were blown away with this. And I'm gonna be honest with you, what we didn't decide on the diamond package because of from a business standpoint. We got the diamond package because we made a list of all these people we wanted to share it with, and we wanted to give each individual five of these packages, and most of them were couples. So we were giving 10 of these for every couple. It was 25 couples, and then it was 25 single individuals. But see, this diamond package allows you to not have to even order any more for yourself for 3 months. So my husband and I were using 2 of these sleeves per month for us. So that's 6 sleeves. That when I added all that together, it was like awakening. It was 19 sleeves that we needed to be able to do what I just said. And guess how many sleeves come in the diamond package? 19. I said, okay, we need the diamond package. That's how it happened. And therefore, we didn't care what it cost. We just wanted to help some people, you guys. But here's another reason that you're going to benefit from the diamond package. See, remember I talked about the volume that's generated every time someone purchases one of these packages. That volume falls in that binary. Guess what? There are points generated with that volume. And if you stay active on just with one of these sleeves, one of them per month, that's enough just for you for a 30-day period. if you stay active with this by ordering one a month, you get to keep all those points that are falling in the binary, but you're only able to earn up to $100 per week. That's the only restriction of doing the one sleeve per month. If you get 2 sleeves per month, now you have enough for you and your spouse or significant other, or you have enough for you to use. You want to stay on the product and you have enough to share. See, we don't stop sharing just after we get a package. We continue to share because you're running into people every single day. So you need some to share every single month. Therefore, 2 sleeves make sense. That way you get to keep all of your points and you have the ability to max out the comp plan. Now you can earn up to that $25,000 a week. You can't even do that with the one sleeve, but you can always begin. Okay, you can hold these points and then you can do what you want to do. But just wanting you to know, with the Diamond Pack, you do not have to even place this order for the next 90 days. So you see another benefit there. Another benefit is if you sign up another Diamond, guess what? You make $500 instead of the $200 that everyone else earns when they sign up a Diamond. So if you're a Diamond and somebody below you signs up as a Gold, but yet they go and sign up a Diamond, guess what? The difference, they make $200, but you get $300 that rolls up to you when that Diamond signs up. So there's some benefits in being a Diamond, you guys. And it's a great experience, and you will continue to see those overrides from people as they're joining your team with that Diamond package. Now, are you serious about your dreams? We hope that, you see hope for your future based on what we're sharing with you tonight, you guys, just from a financial standpoint, also from a health standpoint. There's, your perfect, quality health is priceless. We can't put a dollar sign on that. So we hope that you see what we see, and we encourage you to get started with this. I want to bring your attention to a promotion that the company has going on right now. And it started December 11th, but it goes all the way to January 7th. This is an opportunity that every rank you hit, as you're progressing through this comp plan, if you're new or if you've been here for a while, and when you hit a new rank, do you realize they give you extra money? For example, when you hit manager, you get an extra $100 on top of the money you just earned. If you hit director, which is you're going to get an extra $300 on top of what you earn. If you hit senior director, you get an extra $1,000. You have all the way to January 7th. You can go all the way to the top of the company. For some of you who've already hit different ranks, there's a total of $18,000 on the table until January 7th. Please take advantage of it. I want to call your attention to our next event. It's a virtual event. It's only $99. It's called This Is It Convention. Go to this site, thisisitconvention.com, register for this event. All the senior presidential directors in our company are going down to Fort Lauderdale. We're going to be on a yacht. We're going to be, in a mansion and sharing powerful information to help you grow your team right from those types of venues. It's going to be a dream, basically, what it's going to be. So if you want to get with your teammates somewhere and gather so that you can, have fun and learn at the same time. So this is it, convention.com. Get your tickets. Also, as part of that date, that this January, this is going to be January 13th, but they're going to, the Steve and Gina Merritt, who's our upline, they are sponsoring a trip that you can win to Puerto Vallarta. If you hit senior director or above by January 21st, do you realize that you will get a chance to go to Puerto Vallarta for free? And so your airfare is not included, but the resort and all of that is included. Okay, so that's what you're going to gain by going ahead and hitting senior director above. Now, also, the company has some trips on the table. These trips are available for you to qualify all the way through, I think it's June the 2nd. So you have a long time to qualify for the Greek Isles as well as Bora Bora French Riviera. So also, I want you to take a screenshot of this page because it shows all the Zoom calls for our entire team. We have Zoom calls every night, Monday, Tuesday in the daytime for the UK. There's a Sydney, Australia call. All these, just take a screenshot of it. And then we do training on Saturday at 1. The call that you're on right now is a team call that we're on. It has a different number. So please take a screenshot of that because like tonight, we're on this 10 o'clock. Thursday, we'll be back on at 10 o'clock. And then we have team basic training on Mondays at 9 p.m. Right? Screenshot this so that you can get on that call as well. But you guys, I want to thank you so much for getting on this call tonight. I know it's a sacrifice for the people on the East Coast, but I hope you were blessed with Miss Marla's testimony, as well as Miss Gwen's testimony, as well as the information you heard that you heard tonight. But thanks again. Happy holidays. We'll see you next week on this same, well, maybe not next week on this line, but Thursday night at 10 o'clock on this line. We want to thank you for your time. This call is recorded, and we'll make sure we get it out to you. Have a good one and happy holidays.